I'm challenging those with the means, these large corporations, to pay their fair share in taxes. The corporate tax is in this budget. It will stay in this budget. Is that clear enough? All right. I mean, I don't know why you missed that the first time, though. Well, you got that answer before. Just follow along. These folks don't need defending, these big corporations. They have been defended quite well by Donald Trump. They do not need members of city council to assist Donald Trump in defending them.
So to clarify, a fourth version of the head tax could still be on the table, whatever it may look like?
Here I'm trying to give this nice, thorough, responsive answer. Like, what did you not get? Just help me understand.
Yes or no? Do you think this current version is the version that alders will have to weigh in on?
They'll debate it. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I asked this question with some trepidation.
Now stop being so dramatic.
Well, it looks like that corporate head tax that folks are concerned about, it was dealt a major blow. The City Council Finance Committee held a vote on it today, and they rejected it by a vote of 25 to 10.
Did not pass, and the City Council is unlikely to approve this plan in the future. Borrowing $1.8 billion would have meant higher interest fees down the road. This money is not free.
They're not discussions. There's no give and taking about what's going on. They're trying to massage their budget to try to buy votes, to try to get people to buy in to what they want. It's no give and take.
Are you all ready to listen to what Chicago Plus Red been screaming from the rooftop since you all opened your property tax bills? We have been funding illegal aliens for some years now. Where do you think that money was going to come from? You think the Democrats, you think Pritzker and Brandon Johnson and your aldermen, everybody who voted to give that money to the $600 million and more to illegal aliens?
Mayor Brandon Johnson just got cooked. Roasted like a rotisserie chicken. The crash out continues. City Council didn't just say no to his tax plan. They hit him with a 25 to 10 vote. Public spanking.
We need more jobs in the city of Chicago, not less. And this would create fewer jobs at a time when we need more.
Well, in this video, we're going to break down the latest L Brandon Johnson took, why he keeps tripping over his own budget, and how everyone from homeowners to the aldermen are paying the price for his incompetence. Let's get into it. Here's the scene. Brandon Johnson walks into City Hall ready to pass his big idea, the head tax, a tax that charges companies just for having workers. He needed 26 votes to pass it. Instead, he got smacked with a 25 to 10 no vote.
That's kind of a blowout here. And so the Finance Committee is kind of like the harbinger of where council is on this. So if it can't pass the committee, it's not going to pass the full city council. And the mayor has a lot of work to do. But they were clear in their message. We are not for this.
Bro couldn't even get his friends to ride with him. Alders that usually support him jumped ship and said, nah, I'm not going to go down with the Titanic. Here's why everyone is freaking out about this tax plan. His revenue plan is basically just to continue to tax the hell out of the people in Chicago. 20 new taxes and fees. Not one, not two, not three, 20 new taxes.
If we tax, I mean, a lot of these taxes I listed, they're not just for rich people.
Yeah.
You know, one of these, the personal property lease tax, that's on any small business that leases property.
Which is a lot of small businesses.
Which is a lot of small business, or software, computer software, which every small business does. They would have to pay more tax on that. That's hitting working people, not just the billionaires.
And definitely could put them out of business.
Things like boat taxes, food licensing taxes, software taxes, ride share fees, garbage-related fees, safety surcharge, and the big one, the head tax. Alders were looking at this tax plan and saying, are you going to start charging extra for breathing too? And businesses said, if you pass this, people are going to leave. We're going to leave. And honestly, they weren't lying. So you have businesses upset, homeowners still opening their property tax bills and almost passing out. Some neighborhoods are getting 100% tax increase, 80% tax increases, massive spikes everywhere. People are looking at their bills and they're like, this is ridiculous. And guess what Brandon Johnson's response is? A shaky, half-mumbled line about corporations needing to pay more.
The real question should be, what else can these alders who oppose challenging these big corporations to put more skin in the game? The question is, what can they do? What are they willing to do? Can you pass a budget without requiring large corporations to pay their fair share in taxes? I mean, folks will attempt to. I don't know how you do that.
Not a real plan, not clarity, not reinsurance, just a vague talking point tossed out there like no one would notice that This house is on fire. The problem is he is dodging this issue. People are not asking who should pay my taxes in theory. They're asking, why did my bill just double? They wanted an explanation, a plan, a lifeline. Instead, Johnson gave them a slogan. His answer treats homeowners like they're slow. Folks can clearly see that corporations leaving Chicago means they got stuck with the bill. So a generic corporation should pay more line sounds like a magic trick where the rabbit never even shows up. These people are scared of losing their homes, losing generational wealth, losing everything that they worked for decades. Responding with a canned political line is like telling someone whose house is flooding, well, someone should really fix the climate. And mind you, Brandon Johnson said this after people started to get their 100% property tax increase. It dropped on neighborhoods that were already struggling. People need comfort, honesty, and people needed comfort, honesty, or at least a roadmap. He gave them a lot of wishful thinking. And finally, it just made him look disconnected, out of touch, like he's not in the same city as people he's supposed to protect. When your voters are drowning, you can't respond like you're just reading off a bumper sticker. Now, the mayor said he's not going to raise property taxes. I mean, obviously. But he said he's not going to cut any spending. So he's not going to cut any of the programs. He's not going to find ways to save money. But he wants corporations to put more skin in the game. Everything just seems really confusing when you hear this man speak. That's why city council is walking in saying this whole plan is a mess. The mayor's team start pulling alders into back rooms, whispering, bargaining, begging, trying to flip the votes like it's Black Friday on Walmart. And it didn't work. Alders are saying that this budget is like a house of cards.
This committee right here is willing and able to stand and work with the mayor to come up with a balanced budget. The notion that we are not bringing ideas to the forefront is a farce.
We have to reduce the spending and the expenses that we incurred during that period of time. This mayor simply refuses to do it.
They're trying to massage their budget to try to buy votes, to try to get people to buy in to what they want. It's no give and take.
I'm a border ward, right? I have an industrial park, and it's very simplistic for those businesses that have over 100 or 200 employees just to move on the other side of the street into Bedford Park or Summit. And so for me, it's a job killer.
When both your enemies and your allies vote against you, that is a group intervention. They're telling you, you need to figure this out. You're not doing the right thing. That's why he lost 25-10. Then Brandon Johnson steps to the mic like he is the one under attack after this massive loss. And guess who he blames? Everyone. He blames Trump, the National Guard, ICE, billionaires, corporations, poverty, the budget fairy, and probably the weather. Reporters are asking very simple questions. Will you compromise? And he starts to dodge and gets really emotional.
I want to follow up on your answer to Alice's question when she asked about the head tax, and you said, I've done my part. Does that mean, from your standpoint, negotiations on the form of a head tax are closed?
What? So I put forth another version. They have to debate it. So yes, I've done my part. You're asking me to make a response to something that they haven't responded to yet. Am I missing something? Okay, I'm trying my best. Okay, I hope everybody's clear now. So we can't have a debate on something that is hypothetical.
There are a lot of small business folks who say that's a tax on working people. That's going to sock working people. Small business owners, leasing property, leasing cloud computing software. Would you consider amending that proposal?
I have not heard working people say that to me. Who are you talking to?
I've talked to a couple business owners and some aldermen that have called out that PPLT in the cloud tax.
Okay, well, we raised it last year. I have not heard, first of all, it doesn't affect working people the way in which it's being described. We're talking about an industry that's making more money than they even imagine. Here's what I do know. It's property taxes, garbage fees, grocery taxes, or layoffs. Or we can actually protect working people.
And here's the problem. While saying no layoffs under my watch, unfortunately, he actually did lay off some people.
On November the 15th, 2025, nearly 100 workers in the Chicago Department of Public Health received layoff notices. So Brandon Johnson, he promised not to lay anybody off. But while Brandon Johnson, while he's laying off workers secretly and not telling anyone, let's see something. So Brandon Johnson makes $221,000 a year, okay? His chief of staff, Christina Zayas, she makes $211,000 a year. Okay, that's almost what Brandon Johnson makes. All right, so Brandon Johnson, he created 2 jobs, right? And through executive orders. One of these jobs was in 2023, and this job was for Beatrice Post de Leon. So he created a job for her and made her deputy mayor of migrant, immigrant, and refugee rights. And she get paid $189,000 a year. And this job was created July 2023 through executive order. So he created this job for her for the illegal aliens. This was around 2023, you know, when they started coming here to Chicago.
So it sounds like the mayor is not being completely honest about the fact that he is against layoffs. So right now, Chicago now has a budget with no revenue plan, a mayor that doesn't know what he's doing, a mayor and a council that's not together at all. There's still rising costs. There's still business vacancies, homeowners that are upset, and obviously there are layoffs. And the December deadline is coming in fast. This is a mayor that's trying to figure this all out, and to be honest, I don't think the people in Chicago have a lot of confidence in him. The alders, even the progressives, are saying this is going to hurt poor people, small businesses, and homeowners. Remember, the governor is not even with the head tax. So when you're losing moderates, progressives, business groups, homeowners, the governor, and the entire committee vote, you're just taking a massive, huge L. Mayor Brandon Johnson can't outrun math. Brandon Johnson tried to dunk on corporations, and the city council instead dunked on him. Off the glass, 2 hands, full Shaq energy. He wanted to look powerful, and he ended up looking completely unprepared. This is his biggest L yet. And in December, it might get even worse. So we'll continue to follow this story of Brandon Johnson being completely stubborn and incompetent, and we'll see if they can figure this out. Maybe he needs to truly compromise instead of trying to get everything the way he wants it, because that's not how it's going to work. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. So if you want to check out my second channel, I just dropped the video today, Hannibal is Rising. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.